Hey everyone, I'm Heather Vitale for a harness racing update. In 2018, Ron Burke was not only voted the United States Trainer of the Year, which, by the way, it's the third time that he's gotten that award, but last season he also surpassed $200 million in career earnings. So what kind of milestones or accolades are coming up in 2018? We visited the Florida facility for the Burke Brigade to get some insight. First of all, Ron, we're going to start with a catch-up of some of the horses that we've already seen race, and then we'll get to the 2-year-olds. First of all, Warrawee Ubeaut. I love the story this year, one of my favorites, the fact that she goes in 148-3, the world's fastest 2-year-old, filly or colt, and beats her dad's record, Sweet Lou. I love that.
Yeah, no, she was a very fast horse. We knew all along, and it was just a matter of controlling her speed, and she learned to do it. And I think even this year she seems even a little bit more manageable. So we're looking for big things this year too.
Now, she was a Dan Patch winner for, of course, 2-year-old pacing filly. Another Dan Patch winner this year, 3-year-old pacing colt, Dorsoduro Hanover. Oh, man, is he good looking.
Yeah, and he really, turned the corner as a 2-year-old. He lost races he should have won. As a 3-year-old, it looked like he won races maybe that he should have lost. So, really became a better horse. He's big, he's strong. He should be the kind that comes back and be, a top-age pacer for the next few years. He's a gelding, so there's no pressure to try to get him to stud and everything. So, we know with him, we're planning on doing it for a long time.
Tell us about Atlanta. You just got her in your stable. That's so exciting. Hamiltonian winner from last year.
Yeah, no, obviously, you very rarely pick up a Hamiltonian winner or any kind of horse of that caliber. And, it was awesome to get a chance to train her. She's training great. It gives us another factor for the 4-year-old. Last year our 3-year-old colts weren't, for the first time in a couple of years, weren't that good. And we picked up her. We picked up a horse called Mission Accepted. We picked up another a horse called Hockey Hanover. Like, we've got actually way better horses than we had, going into last year. So, it gives us a little bit more depth in the age trotting division.
Talking about age trotters, let's get an update on Hannelore. She was the 2017 Horse of the Year. Last year, she actually did okay, though. I mean, she won like half her starts. What's going on with her?
Yeah, no, she had got sick at the end, and then right at the end, she got better and seemed like herself. We're trying to breed her. She's hopefully this is her last shot, gets in full Wednesday or Thursday, and then we will do the transfer, to embryo transfer, and then she'll come right back to training. This is her last year as a racehorse. We're going to try to race and get a baby, but if not, next year she's a full-time mother, either with us or with somebody else.
Okay. Now, finally, we're just going to touch on foiled again. And I say we're just going to touch on foiled again because here's a little plug for another feature that we're going to do, and it's all going to be about foiled again. So if you're watching this with Ron and I right now, make sure that you click on the foiled again feature because you will not want to miss that. But of course, we do want to mention him. How is he enjoying retirement?
It's been great. He's, it seems he very much likes being down here. He likes watching the other babies train. He gets excited when the horses are going faster. And, he's been riding and doing different things. So basically he's not bored, and he seems like he's engaged. So it's going to be fun, and then this summer we're going to do a lot more, traveling with him and moving him around. So it should be a good time.
Very cool. Okay, so now let's start into our 2-year-olds. How many do you have here? Because actually we're in Astor, Florida, and it's only 2-year-olds here. Is that correct?
Yeah, for us, we only have 2-year-olds here. We don't really have enough room to even bring anything else. We're 82 2-year-olds this year, which is the most we've had, but it was even hard to keep it down to that number. So, we're happy with the number. It's a workable number, and that's where we're at right now.
We've got 82 2-year-olds here and one 15-year-old. So let's talk about 10 of them, and we're going to start with S-Class. This is royalty right here.
Yeah, it's Marion Marauder's full brother. We bought it privately, bought into it with the Crawford farm, and could not have, has trained down incredible, has been perfect from day one, really seems like a top colt. Same as his brother, Class, just does everything that you ask of him, so we're very excited about him.
Another Muscle Hill is Shadrack Hanover. Tell me about him.
Yeah, it's a mare out of a mare I trained for a couple starts called Shared Pass that was a very good mare who's a brother to, she's a sister to DeJarmbro. And we loved him at the sale. You know, obviously he brought 300, but it's one of the new elite trotting group horses, and he's probably the best colt, him or S-Class right now. If you said gun to my head, one of them two is the best trotting colts we have, and we have a bunch of them that are really, really nice. So I'm very excited about, you know, hopefully returning back to, you know, having top trotters for the next couple of years.
Now another trotter, another Muscle Hill, but this one's a filly and it's a Dune Hill.
Yeah, actually, that's a homebred of Joe Descala's, and it's cool because it was a mare that he claimed, and turned out it was better bred than we ever realized. They got her into Muscle Hill, and now she's been great the whole way down. You know, same thing, just, you know, Muscle Hill, I love them. You know, they just, to me, he's the best sire by far. You know, hopefully till Southwind Frank gets here next year, and then we'll go from there.
How about this Father Patrick here, a Cupid Hanover?
Big colt, probably the biggest colt we bought last year. You know, his out of Cressida, Hanover, with, you know, Glide Master and all them, and Canepa, and always horses that looked like they had tons of talent. I loved him in the field. You know, he's the kind that he has good days and bad days, but he, you know, he has a lot of ability, and he's the kind, I think, is faster we go, the better he's going to go, and probably there's no limit for him neither. He's just a big, strong colt.
You talked about Cressida Hanover, who is the dam of Glide Master. Another nice dam here is Jolene, and she's the mom of Crucial.
Yeah, Jolene was, you know, Mission Brief's biggest rival as a 2-year-old, and to me, Mission Brief was the greatest 2-year-old of all time. So, you know, when, you know, there's not a Mission Brief till this year, so the best option was a Jolene this year. And to me, Yannick says it's our best baby. You know, she's done things that maybe other ones can't, and she's been wonderful, and, you know, she has the breeding, and I think she really could be special.
We're going to move to some pacers now. A Captaintreacherous, a Twin Bee Captivating, and this is a filly.
Yeah, probably the best looking baby we bought last year. If you said to me, who's the best looking baby, the people at Twin Bee Farms did a great job with her. And she's beautiful and has been great the whole time training down, and we have really high hopes for her.
I always get interested in the Somebeachsomewheres, and you've got one, because now with his passing, they're a hot commodity, and you have Stop Action. This is a colt.
Yeah, no, we love Somebeach. We've done real well with them. We've won both our jugs with Somebeaches. This colt's kind of funny. We got bought for us, and we didn't know, and he got left at the sale. And a month later, we finally found him when the owner asked me how he was training, and I realized we didn't even have him. But he's been wonderful since he got here. He's, you know, just a super nice colt. He's not big like most Somebeaches are, but he's quick and has a great attitude. So, you know, I'm anxious to see what he can do moving forward.
I'm sorry, I'm still laughing from that story. That's so funny. Where's my horse? How's my horse training? What horse? All right, well, let's move on to some sweet Lou's here. Lou's Sweetrevenge looks like his daddy.
Yeah, and it's the most we've ever paid for Lou, and he's probably the best we've ever had. I've been thrilled with the Lou colts this year. They just super attitudes this year. Last year, you know, we had a couple that were really good and a couple that weren't as good. The fillies have all had great attitudes always, but this colt here seems like special, and maybe, you know, he'll be the one that like sets himself apart for as far as Lou's babies.
You also like Sweet Truth as well, another, of course, Sweet Lou.
Yeah, and that's from the Total Truth family, and, you know, it's a great family, and he's a beautiful big colt, and he's a colt that has gotten better every time we've trained him. He's a big colt, so I think he's finding his speed, and he's going to be a nice colt too. So, and again, like another Lou with a great attitude, so I'm thrilled with that, and you know, I really think Lou is going to, you know, shine through this year. Him and Captain, I think it's going to be for a couple of years. You're going to see them two guys going at it.
I know it's hard to dwindle down 82 babies to 10, but we are at the top of our list, and it is another Lou. It's Primrose. She's a bit of a firecracker, hooking her up. We watched that today, but then she was an angel when she got to the racetrack.
Yeah, no, it's another one we bought into from Crawford Farms. Beautiful filly, out of a sister to Pure Country, full sister to Pure Country. You know, probably bred to be as good as any horse here, but you know, at the beginning it was a little bit shaky. I never saw a horse video better, and I never saw a horse hit the track and be worse. Just hard to get on the track, out there, nervous, couldn't pace. And they were like, they couldn't believe it. Like, she won't pace. She paced in the field. I go, right now she wouldn't. But she was just nervous. She knew she'd figure it out. And sure enough, she got it figured out. And now everything's great. Even the hooking now, this is nothing. Before it was a true, test of wheels to see if she was going to get hooked. Now she's going to figure it out. By the time she goes to race, it'll be a non-issue.
They say that one of the most important characteristics to have as a horse person is patience. So right there, she's probably a perfect example of that.
Yeah, no, it's with all babies. You have to realize these aren't aged horses. They can't just do it the way you want them to do it. Sometimes you got to give a little, but everybody down there, there's a great crew down here. Everybody takes their time, and there's no rush. And we've been very, very lucky this year so far. All their behavior is great. No, but we don't have any bad ones this year. She was probably the toughest by far, and the rest of them, it's just easy. They're such professionals. They get handled by the farm so much. By the time we get them, it's pretty much throw harnesses on them and let's rock.
We topped off our list with Sweet Lou, so we're going to top off the interview still with Sweet Lou. And actually, we started the interview with Sweet Lou as well, didn't we, with Warrawee Ubeaut? How fantastic of a year has it been watching Sweet Lou babies?
Yeah, no, it's incredible. And now down under, it's the same thing, that they're starting to win left and right down there. We've actually bought now 3 down there. We have 3 with a trainer there that we're leaving there. And, the hope is to, that they'll be great 2, 3, and 4-year-olds, and then I'll get them at 5. So, we can't be more proud of him and more impressed with him. I honestly think he's a sire for the ages. He's going to be for years to come. He matches almost to anybody. You can breed him to anything because he's such an outcross. So, obviously I'm thrilled with him, and it's no big deal to us, but we couldn't be happier.
Congratulations on a great year and on all the success with Sweet Lou, and thanks again for being on Twos in Training.
Thank you very much.
Obviously, plenty in store for the Burke Brigade in 2019. Thank you, Ron, for the interview, and thank you for watching. I'm Heather Vitale for Harness Racing Update.
Harness Racing Update is the sport's most comprehensive and trusted news source and the fastest growing publication in the game. HRU has you covered with award-winning features and commentary from some of the sport's best writers. Stellar photography, race news, results, entries, handicapping, and video replays. The industry's most comprehensive sales results and Harness Racing's best reader feedback section. And it's all delivered free of charge to your email box multiple times each week. See why HRU is the most trusted news source of the sport's most important people from all facets of the industry. Subscribe today for free. To subscribe, just go to harnessracingupdate.com and then click subscribe for free.